Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, we was pointing to last week being the bottom for Bitcoin, and so far we are kind of holding it at the moment. Obviously, we've not had a serious retest just yet, but if we do, if this bottom holds, fantastic, we can build a structure down here. I'm going to feel more confident about the targets that I'm going to give you right now using Fibonacci. Okay, so what I'm going to do is drop the fibs on this low, just there, to this high. Okay, and you can see that potentially. Let me show you right now. The minimal target I'm looking at is 100k, $101,000 for Bitcoin. Then you got 1414, 122, and then you got 1618 at 165 there for Bitcoin. Okay, so for me, I think that would be obviously fantastic for everybody. You're going to see appreciation in Bitcoin, not only Bitcoin, in the altcoins as well. Okay, when they're in the absolute floor down here, in the depths of despair, and people are fearful and things like that of continuation and recession and the macro environment and things like that. Like I've always said to you, buy blood, buy fear. It's always the opportunity, isn't it? And people can't see that, and they just expect it to continue, just like people expect it to continue when you're overextended to the upside as well. But you always come up and down and move in waveforms. Okay, so it is my opinion, okay, and it is an opinion that this particular cycle here, from this bear market low just there, this particular cycle is different from previous cycles. I know a lot of people are saying that the halvenings and things like that, but I think they're gone. Okay, I think they're out the window, and what's going to happen to prove that is that I think what you're looking at is a massive impulsive move from this low. Okay, and I think it's year on year this is happening. So what I think we've got happening here for Bitcoin, I think that you've got this sort of massive cycle, this big bull market here that Bitcoin's in, and within it we've had two sharp corrections so far. Okay, so for example, this correction just here in this previous up cycle, this potential 1-2, okay, was a whopping around about 72% correction. Blood, fear, all down there as well. I'll tell him, family and friends, look, Bitcoin's in a whopping up cycle here, fear not. And that was right. I'm not saying I'm going to be right again, but just here, I think that, given data, your correction is potentially in, and this is your top. This isn't your top. This isn't a regular ABC correction, in my opinion. A lot of confluence of that, because I'm looking at altcoins. XRP, VeChain, Chainlink, they've put an ABC zigzag from this point, and Bitcoin is putting a ABC, a regular expanded flat correction from that point. Okay, so this is your data point, not this. This is your data point. So from there, Bitcoin's actually corrected. There you go, 72%, which is the same as this sharp correction. So you put in a sharp ABC correction as well, okay, for Bitcoin, where it expanded flat correction. So with that, there is a potential that we bottomed out given data. We've got the 20 crossing the 100, boom, a week later we bottomed. 20 crossing the 100, boom, a week later we bottomed. 20 crossing the 100, boom, a week later we bottomed. We've equally got the 20 EMA crossing through the lower band, the lower channel. You see the bottom of the Gaussian channel there. When a 20 crosses it, boom, bottom. When a 20 crosses it, boom, bottom. When a 20 crosses it, boom, potential bottom. Okay, I wish I could say your bottom's in, but one thing I said I would show you is your projection going forward, that if we have bottom last week, and right now we're building a base on this bottom, I'm not saying we're not going to come back and retest it, because that's what you always see. You build that foundation, you build that structure, you build that bottom, but there is a chance, there is an absolute chance here that Bitcoin could be on the cusp of doing something like this because of the cycle that you're in. Do you understand? You're in a massive impulsive move here for Bitcoin, a really, really powerful wave, in my opinion. But again, not permabull or anything like that. It is what it is. I'm purely driven by data. So right now, like I said to you, I loaded up on Bitcoin last week. I know a lot of people did, because I see it in the comments and they're doing okay. So that was a big thumbs up to people that bought fear, bought the blood, bought the despair, when everyone's expecting continuation. Do you understand that? And some altcoins are absolutely bolted out right now, aren't they? So obviously we come up to a key level resistance, which we'll keep an eye on, but I just wanted to give you my sort of macro outlook here for Bitcoin, that potentially, if I'm right, okay, and this is the bottom, like I was right down there, that was the bottom, and we're going up basically for Bitcoin, and like I said to you, impulsive, corrective, and I think we're sort of in this massive cycle here for Bitcoin, where year on year we're putting an impulse move, corrective move, corrective move, and right now from 2020 to 2022, if we bottomed out here, I think that the leading into 2023, towards the end of 2023 there, we've got a massive impulsive move that's coming here for Bitcoin, and again at the end of that sort of impulsive move, wherever it takes us to, I think we'll be in for a bit of a correction going forward, and I think that this particular cycle will come to an end at that. And then you could say, okay, well, the halving cycles, your stock to flow, things like that, they're all out the window. Previous data is out the window basically, and we're carving out this sort of new paradigm here, this new sort of cycle for Bitcoin going forward. Failing that, it's some kind of double top, and we're coming down, we're rolling into a deep bear market here. But there will be sort of looking glass indicators to that, if we start falling through key levels of support, previous data that we've got this cross here, the bottom being that as well, the data showing us that if it starts to invalidate all that, then yeah, Bitcoin could actually be in trouble. Closing below the monthly 55 EMA as well, turning that into resistance, not getting back above that is a major indication that you're in trouble as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. I think the close for that is in about 4 days time. I will keep you updated in videos in the week, but so far so good. Bitcoin's had the bounce here and potentially on the cusp of some kind of V-shaped recovery like we put in after this correction. If we start to do something like that, I'm not saying it's like for like, but if we drop the bar pattern on here from this low capitulation low to that high, let's take a look and see the kind of cycle we could actually go through if we did it again. You could see we start to come up and we could be up there by summer next year on the 1618 at bare minimal. So please do remember this is quite a large wave I'm expecting here. This is why I do think you're going to get overextended to 2.272 at least up there at around about $390,000. So is there any other indicators you can use to find targets? Well, yeah, there is. There's something called Fib Circles. So in this previous cycle here, if I drop from there to there, you can see that we came up and we met the 2618 and we just ran shy of the 3618. So the Fib Circles is a good indicator. So from here to here, I think that this is your correction high all the way down to there, and you can say, okay, well, that's kind of lining up with the Fib Circles as well. We've got the 2618 at around about 162,000. We've got the 3618 at around about 340,000. And you're all like, no way, no chance, absolutely, Bitcoin can't do that. But I would have been telling you the same here as well in the previous cycle, and I was telling family and friends, you're working through the fibs from this low just here to this high, and look at that, look at all the targets we actually got to just there. You made it up through all these levels of resistance. That 1272 was key resistance there, but you got through it. You ran through the 1618. You married the two. Look at that. You almost got to 2.272 just there before you come in for a deeper correction here. So you're moving impulsively, correctively, impulsively, correctively for Bitcoin. Providing this low can hold, I've given you projections going forward up there for Bitcoin into 2023. So in my opinion, impulsive corrective, and you're missing this impulsive move of this larger big massive wave here, this big impulsive move that I'm expecting to come to fruition for Bitcoin by the end of next year, leading into 2024. Okay, that's basically Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed that little update. I'll do a more detailed zoomed in view tomorrow. Thank you for your support, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.